4.7. 4.7 talks about things as a function. So instead of it being written y equals 2x plus 3, for example, it'll be written as 5 to the x equals 2x plus 3. That fx or hx or gx or whatever it gives you, that just means y. It's the same thing. Okay? So we are going to graph these 4 problems, and we're going to graph some of them where we plug in numbers and we make a t-chart, and some of them we're going to graph where you have to figure out what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. So we are going to start that now. All right, so you have a nice big piece of graph paper on your sheet. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative 10. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go through and we're going to graph these. All right. If we are looking at number 1, number 1 says f of x equals 2x plus 3. And it says in the directions that it wants us to find out what f of x is when x is -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay? So all we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is going 2 times -2 plus 3. Plug it in for x. 2 times -2 is -4, plus 3 gives us -1. Then we're doing the same thing. We're going 2 times -1 plus 3. 2 times -1 is -2, plus 3 gives us 1. 2 times 0 is what?
0.
Plus 3 is? Okay. 2 times 1 is?
2.
Plus 3 is? And 2 times 2 is? Plus 3 is? 7. Okay. So we're going to graph these points. We're going to graph -2, -1. So we go over -2, down 1. Then we're going to graph -1, 1. -1, 1. 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 5. And 2, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2, 7. And we get a nice straight line. This right here,
Wait, I didn't get all the numbers that you
this is, hold on, I'll move it back down. F of x equals 2x plus 3. That's f of x equals 2x plus 3. Move it down so you can get numbers.
A negative times a negative is a negative.
Is a positive.
Let's keep talking.
Okay, I want to do something a little different for number 2. I know it tells you to plug in those as a domain and find the range, but what I want to do for number 2 is I want to just plot it knowing our information. I'm going to move this back up. Okay, so I'm going to do this in green. If f of x equals -2x plus 3, where does our first point go? Where is our y-intercept in -2x plus 3? We've got f of x equals -2x plus 3. What is our b? 3. What is our slope? -2 or -2/1. So where does my first point go on this graph? Where does my first point go on the graph? No.
0.
Where's 3? Where's B? B is
Three.
3. Right here, guys. B is 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to follow the slope. I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, over 1. Down 2, 1, 2, over 1. And this is f of x equals negative 2x plus 3. Let's try that again because we had some trouble with that. Let's try plotting f of x equals 4x minus 2. What's my m and my b? Raise your hand if you know. What's my m and my b? Tyler. Is your what? And what's my m? 4 over 1 or 4. Okay, so I'm going to put my first point at negative 2 on the y-axis. B is always where it crosses the y-axis. Then what am I going to do? Yes, Dina.
4 over 1.
4 over 1, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Or down 1, 2, 3, 4 over negative 1. This right here is f of x equals 4x minus 2. Should we try the last one? It's faded, but it should say f of x equals negative 2x plus 5. Can somebody tell me what my m and my b are for here? What's my y-intercept and what's my slope? Daniel?
B is 5.
And what is the slope?
Negative 2 over 1.
Negative, perfect, negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to start at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 1, 2 over 1, or you can do the opposite, up 2 over negative 1. And this is f of x equals negative 2x plus 5. All right, let's turn it over. All right, let's take y equals negative 2x minus 1, and we're going to make a table. The x's I'm going to put in are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. I want you guys to find the y. Please raise your hand if you think you can tell me how to do this. Yes, Travis.
Negative 2 times negative 2 minus 1.
Okay, what's negative 2 times negative 2? 4, and 4 minus 1 gives us 3. Okay. All right. Who can do negative 1 times negative 2? Want to try it, Daniel? Cody? What's negative 2 times negative 1?
2.
What's 2 minus 1? What's negative 2 times 0, guys? 0 minus 1 is? What's negative 2 times 1? Negative 2 minus 1 more is? Good. What's negative 2 times 2? It's negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. Okay, so if we're going to graph it, we go negative 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We go negative 1, 1. 0, negative 1. 1, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got 2, negative 5. They should all come up as straight lines. If they don't come up as straight lines, you're not doing it right. All right, why don't we skip to number 3? All right, for number 3, we've got y equals 1/2 x plus 3. All right, if you can choose any numbers you want, what kind of numbers do you want to put in for x?
I want 1.
You're going to have to times it by 1/2. So you want numbers that are divisible by 2. Yep, divisible by 2. So I'm going to choose -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. You see that? Whatever number is on the bottom of your fraction, you want your numbers to easily be divisible by that. What's -4 times 1/2 or -4 divided by 2? -2 plus 3 gives us 1. You want me to show you how I did that? 1/2 times -4 plus 3. I get -4 over 2 plus 3. 2 goes into 4, -2 times plus 3 gives me a 1. What is half of -2? If I took -2 and split it in half, what do I have? -1 plus 3 gives me 2. Anything times 0 is 0, so 0 plus 3 gives me. What's half of 2? 1 plus 3 is? What's half of 4? 2 plus 3 is? Okay, so when we have our graph for this, we've got -4, 1, -2, 2, 0, 3, 2, 4, and 4, 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you should be getting out your writing. It's not going anywhere, honey.